It's Week 7 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steamers and the Bulls, and it comes your way next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Bringing him out, a 13-game starter last season and his second in the NFL from Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Here's Ridder. Pearsall there to grab it. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running left out of the 2nd down option. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Ridder to throw. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Bulls take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They're set up at the 35 now. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll give him a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Again, it's Brooks. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 3 now. Running once more with Brooks. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Hurts. On target to Worthy. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has it at the 7. He has the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steamers start off well to tie things 7-7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bulls send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. Throwing here, Ritter. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. Achane reels it in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it's going to be their football coming up. First down, ball at the 36. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Finds a man, Deontay Johnson has it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts now from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives them the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. On the give, it's Brooks. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Steamers getting their punt team out there. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Their offense ready to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. It's a design boot. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That looked like they're trying to bootleg out of some of this chaos, Kate, and unfortunately, well, he gets trapped right in the middle 3rd, and you can't get to that space outside. You really do become a sitting duck in the middle of a broken play.
The Bulls sending out their punt team. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to be set up in great position to begin their drive. Brooks on the counter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to get underway, and this home crowd excited as their guys have possession. They have it 2nd and 4. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Putting the tight end in motion. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And 4th and 4 coming up. On fourth down, Hurts. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Back out runs their offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Ritter looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. Ritter. Dialing up a receiver screen. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Tressway on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Steamers and Jonathan Brooks ready to begin another drive. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 39. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Got him, man. It's Njoku. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running it after the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. So they're left facing a 4th down. Brian Anger on now to punt. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. This offense getting all set for this series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Following the play, we do have an injured man in need of some assistance, and that's the burner, Devon Achane, who's in some pain. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll run here. It's Zach Moss who gets it. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running out of the gun with Moss. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Ritter setting up to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has a man, it's Achane. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They give to Achane on the option. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Able to find Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Bulls take a 2nd quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bulls break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Steamers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Hurts. On target to Worthy. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Memphis. The Steamers are on the move here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has it down close. And in for the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Steamers tie things up at 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Barrios now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bulls returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Ritter to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Trying again, following the sack. That's complete to Komet on the slant. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. All right, back to the ground game here. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 1st down, ball at the 36. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He's on the move. He's gonna tuck it and run. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. He'll cobble together a yard there. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. We've reached halftime of what's been an entertaining one so far. 14-all is our score. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Steamers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. On first down, Hurts connects with Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. On first down, here comes Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On second down, it's Brooks. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Call it about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be third down and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Handoff here for Brooks. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 21. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Catch is made in close. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find this.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steamers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Steamers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The home teams and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. He's on the move. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, but if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and the defense ignited.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a 1-yard pickup there, but that's not going to help a ton. It's 3rd and 15. Again, it's Brooks. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. He gets him 7. That brings up 4th down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll send him over right. Throwing here, Ritter. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Completed left side to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They gain 14 on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down. Throwing now off play action. Completed here to commence. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Achan goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's Ritter. And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Bulls cut it to 1 late in the third. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bulls tie this game at 21. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. They send him left out of the slot. First down throwing for Hurts. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 4 there, and that'll be a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Hurts. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
First and 10 from the 41. Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Second and 3 now. Throwing here, Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. On the option, they give it to Brooks. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this one, Hurts had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Now Hurts. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Barrios now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Ritter escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ritter looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd down run from A-Chain. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Well, Sean McDermott didn't like that call. We can tell. He's got the challenge flag out. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bulls take a 4th quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. On first down, Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And this one does not go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 48. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Running once more with Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. It's the 2-minute warning from Memphis. Steamers losing by 4. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. He'll throw it. Escapes out to the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. On the ground, Brooks. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Barrios now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Bulls are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. He'll look to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards, and it'll give him a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Setting up to pass. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Barrios now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And they fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led him to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Man in motion, headed right. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Offense to the line for second down. Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, and they're left with a long 3rd and 12. Now Ritter. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed, but still, 4th down coming up. Their punter making his way out now. And this needs to be a good one. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Hurts now from the gun. That'll be complete to Burks. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give them a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On the carry, this is Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them the first. They motion the slot man right. First down throwing for Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he'll go down here at the 16. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steamers pull in front. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steamers emerge as winners, as with that, we sign off from Memphis.